What's going on, brothers? Welcome to Black Men's Congregation, the congregation that is geared towards black men self empowerment, black men self improvement, black men's ventures of building to a better future. I'm your host, BMT, along with the bishop, man of tomorrow, along with the deacon, Nagone. We're here to actually speak the truth, the gospel, that is that of the black man. Sit down, speak your mind freely, be respectful in the chat. Welcome to the Black Men's Congregation. I'm passing it over to Man of Tomorrow. Take it away, brother.
Good morning, everybody. I know this is a terrible situation, but I have hope for everybody out there that we're going to be able to make sure that this only happens one time and one time only. Thou shalt not save nor protect these hoes. There's no reason for it. There's no prize for it. There's no Nobel Peace Prize for hoes. Nothing. So when you take yourself as an ordinary human being who has nothing wrong with you and insert yourself into a situation that has nothing to do with you, then all of a sudden, the situation that you hope that would get resolved, you turn around and you get poked by the actual person that you think that you help. Let me tell you what this story is based on. There was a subscriber who gave me a call, comes from the Tennessee. I believe it's in the Memphis area. Memphis, of all places, saving random hoes. All right, so this guy decided that he what he thought was seeing was a domestic dispute in public, and he decided to insert himself in the middle of this domestic dispute. And what has happened here was the actual woman he thought he was saving. As soon as he tried to save her, while he wasn't looking, he ended up getting stabbed 4 times in the goddamn stomach. Didn't know this girl from nobody. Didn't know the dude. Didn't know anything. So now this guy's lying up in the hospital with holes in him because he thought that he was going to save this particular girl from an ass whooping that she most likely earned. Brothers, since she picked a man in the environment, she picked her protector. Now, if her protector end up whooping her motherfucking ass, that ain't got nothing to do with you, man. So when you give her the protection that she didn't earn from you, you're pretty much saying that you don't care about yourself. Most times in these cases, it's always the dude who ends up beating up the other dude. But in this case, this dude ended up getting stabbed a couple times by the actual woman he thought he was helping. Dude, listen, if everybody did their job, there would be no reason to protect any stray anything outside of very rare circumstances. So I'm just saying, for the love of God, do not protect or save these hoes out here because you don't want to be in a financial bind or end up going to an early grave over a girl that you don't know. You don't know. Like, dude, listen, domestic violence does not start in the public arena, it begins in the private arena behind closed doors. So, what do you think would have to happen for this man, reptile, would decide to say, you know what, we're not going to wait till we get home. I'm going to correct whatever the issue is that you don't know about. We're going to correct this right now. You really need to ask yourself, how much is your life worth? Do you want hearts and likes on Facebook? Do you want to please Black Twitter? Do you want the matriarchy to look at you like a better man? I am just telling you, please don't try to save these hoes. The situations and circumstances that they put themselves in is something that they want to be in. Trust me. You get no bonus points for getting your ass killed over something that you definitely shouldn't be in the middle of. So I'm just saying, for the love of God, man, stay your ass out of that shit. Do you see people from the National Geographic whenever they film and fuck shit in the animal kingdom? Do you actually see them jumping in trying to break that stuff?
Oh my God.
And if the answer is no, like I know it's fucking no, then what the fuck you look like jumping your dumb ass into some shit that you ain't got nothing to do with? Fuck these niggas, man.
Oh my
These
God.
goddamn niggas, man. And I'm trying to make sure that a nigga live long, man. like, dude, like you could die a whole bunch of ways, man, but don't do it on the behest of a bitch that you don't know. What kind of stupid ass shit is that? I know this young man probably fucking thinks that the way I was raised, I was taught that the jumping. I'm like, dude, listen, man. At the end of the cartoons and Batman, nigga, everybody go home, man. Nobody goes to the hospital and any of that shit, man. Yeah. You ain't supposed to be jumping in Superman for fucking nobody, man. This is fucking stupid as shit. What are you doing? But listen, man, like, look, you have to be perfectly fucking fine with watching a bitch get put to the goddamn sword, man. That's the problem. You don't want to see this shit go down, so you rather put yourself in harm's fucking way rather than keep your ass out of some shit that ain't got nothing to fucking do with you. You don't know who this woman is. You don't know who this guy is. And now you sitting your motherfucking ass in the goddamn hospital. Eating that perfectly proportioned fucking bullshit in the fucking hospital. I know it's nasty as fuck. No NCAA games coming on. Football season's over. Like, man, what's the benefit, bro? What is the benefit? Nagone, could you please help men the world over to stop saving these stray hoes?
Okay. All right. Bottom line is I'm of the total belief in self-improvement, self-actualization, self-realization, and all this. I'm about that. This is what I'm about. We can certainly teach, mentor, and do these things. Yeah, I think these things are very good to do. But at the end of the day, when we start talking about these, these females where this guy ended up getting perforated, and I know he didn't expect that, but that's what happened. This is what you have to expect out here. At the end of the day, you trying to be Captain Save a Hoe or save one of these hoes out here, it's going to risk your own life. I am not one who believes in abuse and beating on the weak and beating on women and all that kind of stuff like that. I'm not in for all that. But when you see this going down, I'd say brothers have to think. And if you see it and you really want to do something, especially if you got a cell phone, most brothers are carrying cell phones on them today. Pull that cell phone out, hit 911 if you really need to say anything. And, well, I see something going down. It looks crazy. Call 911, say where it's at, and then ease on about your way, and then let those who are professionally prepared to deal with these kind of situations, maybe let them handle that. Because point that, unfortunately, that that brother MOT brings up is this stuff doesn't really happen out in public, and when it gets like this is a buildup of a lot of shit. So she probably, unfortunately, and I'm not saying that people deserve this in a lot of ways, but she probably was asking for this. That was the case, and she probably built this thing up to where all of a sudden this guy had to explode and tear ass out the frame in public. And now you get in the middle of two reptiles getting tearing each other down to the scales and the bone, and you're gonna get in the middle of that. Next thing you know, what's gonna happen to you? This is what happened to him. His belly got perforated. Thank God he survived it, but he could have easily have lost everything going into that, saving some hoe that he don't know anything about, and yet what did she do? Turn the knife on him. So this is a more common story than not. I think a lot of brothers who out here have some sense kind of understand this. And if you're about self-improvement, you're about building yourself up and doing the right things, you are going to have almost kind of a natural aversion to kind of staying away from this. You see this, you're going to move away from it because you just know this is some ugly-ass fuckery going on in the streets, and you're not going to have anything to do with it. If you really want to do something about it, dial 911. Oh yeah, this is two savages going at it. They going at it at Fifth and Park. This is what they're doing. All right, okay, come on over here and handle that, and then boom, you out of there. You gone. If you have to get involved, but putting yourself in harm's way behind these folks, it's patently insane. And I've looked at this. I've seen this shit go on. I remember one time I was in Harlem. I'm going into a store. I see a woman who's she's pregnant. Young girl walking, and she's walking real slow. I let her go in front of me. Then when I'm walking into the store behind her, she stops and stands in the way, and I walked around her, and she's like, "You touched me?" I was like, "What?" I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "I didn't touch you at all. What are you talking about?" "Well, you touched me, and here was a reptilian female getting mad at me after I had been gracious enough to let her walk first. The fact that I was a gentleman to this hoe actually almost worked against me. And thank God I went and picked up what I went to pick up in the store, and I was leaving. And the store manager comes over. She gets the store manager saying, "I feel nervous. This man's trying to do." I never talked to this woman again. She felt nervous that the store manager, she felt nervous that I was going to do something to her. I'm a big ham nigga. But anyway, but here I am, grabbing this beer. I'm some beers. I'm going back to the front to check out, and next thing the store manager walking over, and she starts talking to me in Spanish. She thinks I'm Spanish, and I'm like, "I'm not Spanish." I'm like, "Nah, I'm like, no, I didn't touch this woman. She's acting crazy. Well, I'm nervous, and she's trying to report me, and then they're trying to get the police in on me." And I'm like, "What?" I said, and I looked at this bitch. I said, "Bitch, you mad because that nigga that knocked you up ain't nowhere fucking around, and you up here mad at everybody else. You trying to take the shit out on me." I said, "Get your funky ass on up out of here. I got nothing to do with you." The store manager looked at me. She laughed. Okay. The other people kind of laughed. I went checked out real quick and left. And I said, "Look at that. I just sat back and just almost did something gentlemanly, like let the woman walk first. And that damn near had 5-0 coming in on me. She was trying to get 5-0. I'm just walking, minding my own business, going to my boy's crib. We gonna hang out for a little bit, watch a game. He over there living on 112th Street and in 8th, near Park Avenue South, near Central Park East. Excuse me. And I'm sitting here looking at this, saying, "This bitch is fun." So what I'm saying is, even these stray hoes walking the streets will attempt to do you harm for no reason. Stay away from them. Build yourself up. Continue to build. I'm about building my business. About buying real estate, flipping houses, trying to develop. I'm about doing that. Working with a crew of people who are rolling with me the same way. That's the kind of people you got to be around. You're being around these stray hoes who are into nothing, who are into madness, who are destructive, utterly destructive. You can lose a lot just even being around them. So that's why I say, I feel very bad for this young brother, but he should have never got involved with that. He should have never come close. If she got her ass beat, let her get her ass beat. That's unfortunate. Call the police if you need to get involved and keep it moving. Stay away from these people. There's nothing to gain around what my man MOT calls them reptiles. Unfortunately, that's what they are, like reptiles in in the sand, fighting over fighting over a carcass or something. I don't have time for it. And I think at this stage of the game, how I'm looking at how this manosphere is beginning to devolve, You got more of these reptiles coming into the middle of your shit, and it's horrifying. It's horrifying what I'm seeing. So I think we have to sit down and really start to think clearly about what our aims and what our individual purposes really are all about. Develop ourselves, and then work with people who are on that same path. And I think you'll see some progress that way. But these saving these hoes who don't want to be saved, and you getting caught up in the middle of them, it costs you your life. It costs you everything you've ever had. And I say, brothers, please be smart. Be highly circumspect about everything that's around you, even with these other Negroes. You saw people talking Nipsey Hussle and all the stuff that he's caught up in, trying to do the right thing and all that. He ends up, talking some smack, about snitching on about some other Negro. He's looking at you like you just a homegrown, rapper. That's about it. Literally out of a candy store or something. And what did he do? He comes in and murks you. You come here and get murked behind these things. Just stay away from these motherfuckers. I'm sorry, just stay away from stay on the progressive road. Stay away from these fucking crabs. Take you out, hating, fucked up people. I'm talking about these Negroes, and of course these bitches who are just utterly useless. There's some black women out here that have value. That's for sure. We ain't talking about them. I'm talking about most of these reptiles out here running around.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. But anyway, go ahead.
I think the thing about it is, and you brothers, y'all hitting on some amazing points, and I think we're being pretty easy and lenient. A lot of y'all men, y'all need to understand, you ain't no superhero. We've seen this time and time again.
Say that again.
You ain't no superhero.
Mm-hmm.
There is every hero that has tried to save the black community or the matriarchy has died. Every last one has died or gone broke or has something that they did not recover from. The best way to save them is not to play the fucking game. Understand this. Neo didn't get fucked up till he tried to save Trinity. That's the truth. He was doing pretty good. They literally said, you go back and say that bitch, you gonna die. Guess what? Neo died. So y'all go right back to the Matrix. You're going to die. I'm sorry. It is the law of the land. I did not make the statistics, but this is what it is. Look at this. Nipsey Hussle got with Lauren London. Nipsey Hussle went back to the black community. Lil Wayne just shot up the club on Lauren London and got her pregnant. Did Lil Wayne go back to the hood? Fuck no. He lives in a high maintenance neighborhood with white people.
He lives in a gated community, fam.
Gated community. Excuse me. Nipsey Hussle went back to Black Conda with his black queen. Nipsey Hussle is dead.
And the community, yo, Joe, and get a little deep into that. Expound on it a little bit deeper. The black community he went into, it wasn't a so-called hood. He wasn't like in the ghetto and sitting in the trap house. He was supposed to be in a halfway decent black area. Think about that.
Now the thing about it, I want y'all to understand, and I know some of y'all gonna feel like, you know what, BMT, y'all attacking our sacred black cow. We're not, but we're gonna help you slaughter this goddamn myth. The thing about it is this: time and time again, you white knights keep getting slain by that goddamn succubus dragon, and we get tired of y'all motherfuckers coming on trying to sell dreams that we shall overcome if we all work together to save this motherfucker. And every time y'all do that shit, I be looking at, there goes another sucker. This is why I sit on Apocalypse in hell and watch y'all fools burn up and die. Because just y'all keep on doing this dumb shit. Y'all really do. This man got skewered. This man got skewered up, and now he's laying in there. This woman is going about her life. How many black men are going to keep on dying, or men in general, are going to keep on dying, trying to redeem this self-indulged crazy bitch? Y'all keep on trying to redeem her. She already proved I don't fuck with y'all. I don't need y'all. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. You cannot recommend that type of mindset. The best thing you can do is say, I'm not going to play spades with you. I'm not going to sit on the playground with you. There's no shame in it. Y'all keep falling for those shaming tactics. Y'all keep trying to redate them. Y'all keep on trying to rehabilitate them into thinking that y'all can change their mindset. I literally sat on the panel with a woman last night who kept calling black veterans bitches. And I literally say, y'all trying to change her mindset? She has daddy issues. Why are y'all trying to fix this woman? But this is the problem with a lot of black men. You cannot change this bitch. She will not respect you unless you choke her or put some type of fear. And Sally, those are the same dudes that she go for every fucking time.
You know,
Every fucking time.
you hitting that dead on. You hitting that dead on the head. You know, you got to run a dom game. Unfortunately, on a lot of these women, if you want to keep it around, but keep that in the small, in the small circle. At the end of the day, a lot of these women they do not respect you. They, in fact, many want to hurt you, especially if you're not bending over kissing their ass. I'm looking at just what's going on here in the quote unquote manosphere alone. We got these women have been invited in. They're all over the place now, walking around, bringing in psychotic individuals, and this it's turned into it's a free for all. I understand people trying to make money and everything else like that. I'm down. I'm down with brothers trying to get paid. So I'm please don't get it twisted that I'm not down to see brothers make money. Make all the money you can. But I think when we start talking about brothers first and everything else like that, it's pretty obvious that this is not the case anymore. This is certainly not the case. And many of these women who do not have your interests at heart are out here talking mad shit to you while they're in your forums. White babies and everything else like that, telling you, how to be a man. I mean, it's the stuff I'm seeing at this stage of the game is so incredible. I almost can't believe it, but I'm staying out of it because I don't respect it. And I understand brothers who are doing the right things out here, who are about their business, who are about their money, who are about getting themselves physically right. They're staying away from a lot of this bullshit as well. And I think that's kind of where we're at. If you think you're gonna save this hoe, go ahead. Some of y'all gonna lose everything you have and will ever have behind this. All right. Okay. Some of you brothers who may be lucky to survive some of this, y'all will have extraordinary consequential knowledge, like this brother who's laying up in the joint right now, perforated, who survived. Now he's gonna wake up and he's gonna realize, oh my God, not a price that I want to see any brother pay. But unfortunately, these are some of the prices we're gonna have to pay to really realize actually what's really going on. Some of these brothers you can't say, they're gonna walk right into this. They're gonna walk right into it, and they're gonna tell you "fuck you" when you try to tell them anything different. And that's fair enough. If that is your destiny, then have at it. I have flown by this. This has come by. I've been burned by this a bit. I'm never going back. And I hope other brothers who are out here who are thinking, especially these younger cats, are thinking are going to avoid this as well. Anyway, go ahead.
Bishop
Go ahead,
Bishop MOT, why has these black men not properly learned self-perseverance? Could you please break that down for the congregation? Why is the black man not learning self-preservation in 2019? Why is he not learning that? Why is that not something that he's trying to learn?
Because he put his whole life on hold until this woman get herself together, so that way he gonna get right. So he's trying to wait till she gets right and treats him with respect first before they go out and build and live life, man. And I'm like, dude, that is the wrong goddamn order, man. Dude, that shit is not gonna work. There's no way you could be putting your. I'm like, dude, the whole point of your life is to make yourself better than these standard issue hoes in the first place. So if you're not trying to better your life to the simple point, so that way you ain't got to mess with these women no more, you losing. And so you can't legitimize your stagnation by like, man, maybe another day, maybe another week, maybe another month, maybe another year. Look, man, you have to move on with life. And
Wow.
bringing these dangerous ass fucking reptiles in your fucking midst first before you get your shit together. Because here's the deal, man. Get your shit together. You start giving a shit about yourself. These hoes come beneath you. Period. That's just what happens. Yeah. As you get better, your pool of women get better. As you don't get better, you're still dealing with base camp hoes. And that's the damn problem. You don't need to be doing that because they get everything they want by not leaving. They don't have to leave. They could just jump from wage earning man to wage earning man, but you can't jump from in base camp decent woman to decent woman, not in that environment. You know, these women are highly crazy, highly oversexed, highly insane, highly unmedicated, highly about that drama, highly don't give a fuck about you. And you don't understand that, dude, these motherfuckers are not your friends. Waiting to try to domesticate this bad consumer product that's gonna blow up in your fucking face. Coyote all the time, man. Like the Roadrunner should have just been one fucking episode, man. But Wild E. Coyote kept fucking with them Acme products, man. He kept thinking that this bad product was gonna fucking work for him, man. This motherfucker jumping off bridges and multiple times. Still didn't get it, man. And man, I look at these brothers, man. I just think of Wild E. Coyote and that fucking stupid ass look on his face after some shit and blown up in his face. And that's why I look at most of these Negroes, dude. Like, that's how I look at these niggas, man. Joe?
I mean, oh god, you know.
I wanted to add one point to this, if I may, Joe.
Go ahead.
All right, you heard what MOT said, right?
Yeah.
You see, the big picture here, deeper, is, and he hit it on the head. Is you're talking about this kind of matriarchal psychosis that a lot of these brothers are in, who, regardless of what goes on, are still looking for validation from this hoe. They still are looking to be validated. These brothers want validation from her. They still seek validation from this hoe. They in all of her ratchet states and ratchetness about her. And I'm not talking about all these black women. I always make sure I put that qualifier out there.
We're talking about the problem. We're talking about the problem.
Exactly, because we are not talking about every single black female out here. I'm always going to do that, and there's a reason for that. Because not everybody is falling into that range, but we have so many who are in this range. We have to address this. Okay, unlike these females out here, I make distinctions. We make distinctions. Okay, so I always want to make sure that we make distinctions between what's going on. The thinking man is always going to make distinctions between what's going on. You're not going to lump everything together. So for the ones who are, this doesn't apply, we ain't talking about y'all. But for the ones who do, and there's a large number of them out there, this matriarchal, psychotic fucking Negro running behind these reptilians, as you call them, or these women who are not worth saving, they are still looking and still desire this validation from them. They need to be validated by this hoe. And this hoe is sitting out here shitting on you all day long. And I've seen some of the most sickest shit I've ever seen, where women have said to you, you ain't shit, you ain't nothing, and you have brothers fighting other brothers while these women are telling you ain't shit. I mean, this is the level of psychosis that we're dealing with. It's gotten to a point now, it's gotten so bad, it's actually become acceptable right now to what's going on. You just sit around and just watch, gentlemen. Just sit around and look at this. It's being accepted. Insane. I'm talking to the real brothers out here. Get your minds right out here. Get your mind right. Get your money right. Consistently work on your health, your body and your mind. All the shit works together. Get your body right. Get involved in business. Get involved in building, in getting in more information. Get involved in improving yourself every day to transcend a lot of this shit. Because you get caught up into this muck and mire, you're just going down with them. Okay, I understand some folks want to make money, but you really making the kind of money you really want running behind these motherfuckers, or are there other ways you can even get paid 10 times as much without having to deal with this motherfucker? That's just kind of where I'm at, and I think it's so much of this is how we think, and it's that psychosis. It's us really still trying to get validation from some of the worst people that you can imagine that you're trying to get validation from, and I just, it's a sickness, and we got that problem. We got to deal with that. We got to come to grips with that. We got to come to grips with the fact that, to a large extent, many of us we sick. We're sick. I'm sorry.
What these people don't understand is that you can't smash up a machine the size of a systemic infection. You leave one crumb of this shit intact, and it'll rebuild itself out of nothing. So don't think that I'm going to rehab, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to throw this hoe in the Lazarus pit, and she just going to come back a decent motherfucker, man. Like, what's wrong with these niggas, man? It's like, why do you, I keep trying to tell these dudes, man. I got little cousins and stuff, man. Like, all right, you graduated school and everything. I'm like, what are you doing with a 37-year-old woman with 4 kids? Well, how on earth did that happen? Oh, my mama thought it would be. Oh, so your mama sold you out. This is what's happening. She probably sucking and fucking the soul out of this dude. He don't know what to do. What's mama want to hang out with a hoe? Using him to fucking do it? And it's like, the parents are not even protecting their kids from this shit, man. So it's like,
damn.
It's almost like, it's like a game of chicken with a fucking semi, and you're like on a fucking bicycle, dude. Like, that's how fucking fucked in the game that you gonna get. There ain't no fucking way out of this shit for you. Yeah. And what people don't understand is, like, dude, listen, man. You don't have to do any of this shit. It's all optional. It's all optional, man. Dude, you can love black people and you can stay away from this fucking bullshit too. People think that this good shit that's not black culture. It's never have been black culture. This shit came through in the fucking 70s and the 80s with the crack era. This shit ain't never been us. This shit ain't never been our culture. Ever.
That's a fact. That's a fact, and many of us have bought it like we think that it is, and it's just not true. You hit that. It's not true. This is some deleterious fucking sick shit that that many of the media engineers have put on. A lot of this shit's engineered for you to sit back and buy, and you're buying into a lie. That's what I'm saying. You're running behind this psychotic hole. This is not where you should be even coming anywhere near. At the end of the day, we gotta be building ourselves. That's why I can't fuck around with talking about a lot of these hoes and getting into this whole Pookie Ray Ray argument anymore and getting all into this. If you're not about building yourself and really self-improvement, and if you're not really getting into that and talking about it, then I'm sorry, these people are not your friends. I say that I mean that, and I love the way BMT opened up with about self-improvement, He breaks this down, But then again, I talk to BMT, offline sometimes. I see what this brother's about. I see what these other real brothers are about out here, and wow, brothers who are about something and building are they just ain't playing this game, man. They're not running with these reptiles. They just aren't. Man, they are not. Anyway, go ahead.
Let me say something. MOT said, why aren't these parents telling them? Do you think your father would have the heart to say, I got with a fucked up bitch? Do you think your mother is going to tell you that, listen, son, I ain't shit? They're not going to tell you that. As you get older, you'll start to discern for yourself that, listen, I'm not going to be like my like my parents' situation. Now, understand, sometimes it's hard for you because, mama, y'all gotta protect that type of matriarchal system. We remember those days where you got Boys to Men and all them boy bands singing for your mama and shit and all that good shit. So we understand that it's a thing that a lot of y'all got trained into accepting. But see, what we're here to do is burn down that house. That house is bullshit for you. To let you know that you don't have to play the game. You can say, fuck it. I'm going to take this kerosene and pour it on this house of bullshit. And I'm going to free myself of this affliction. Now, it's not going to be easy. Understand this. Separating yourself from that damn thought coochie is never easy, brothers. But you will have some nights where you want to call that girl who keeps going back to that ain't shit nigga. You will have some days where she'll call you and say, hey, can I just talk to you? You got to know, say, no, bitch, bye. Hello? Hello? You got to learn how to make yourself go cold turkey. My ways of how I did, but we also said we were going to give y'all solutions. First off, one thing you can do is cut the bitch off. Change your phone number. Don't affiliate with people that y'all both affiliate with. If they start bringing up shit about her, then you say, listen, nigga, did I not just told you not to bring that bitch up in my presence? Now, if you bring her up again, I'm going to have to cut myself off from you. You have to do this. This is, I'm trying to save a Negro tonight. If I just save but one of y'all, I did my job. I'm trying to let you know from BMT that I was so serious. Like I tell a lot of y'all on my show, I slept in my car for 2 months. Okay? That's how serious I was. I was going to get my salvation. I didn't give a damn, even when she showed up to my job in coochie cutters and the goddamn white beater saying, hey, like, don't you miss me? Fuck no. Only thing I miss is my paycheck. They missing $2 off of that bitch. I need that. That's the only thing I miss. Because understand this. She knows that either I got me a sucker or I got a gimp or I got somebody that I can literally succubus off of. Now, I don't want you brothers to be either one of them, but I want y'all to be, listen, you ain't going to get one over me again, bitch. You're not. But for you to get like that, you need to harden up your heart like Dark Side will train you. And you need to understand you can't save this bitch. You cannot. Understand. Black women were feeling themselves when they beat that white man at McDonald's. Then all of a sudden, they start running around like Mortal Kombat fighting white men. I knew this shit would happen. But you know what happened now? All of a sudden, they get knocked out. Little girls trying to fight white men. Goddamn, you got little girls fighting white men. Now you got girls in Texas trying to fight white men. And they'll tell you, hey, why aren't you out there fighting white? Hold up, I'm not getting shot for you, bitch. I'm not playing this game for you. No. I get in the fight for you. There's a man who now has a colostomy bag because he tried to play save a bitch and he lost.
And she don't want to be saved.
She don't want to be saved. She has no problem telling you she don't need you in the home. She has no problem telling you she don't need you to come around. But y'all keep on thinking something about this woman I can reprimand and fix. The black woman don't know better. She know better. You know why? But she's going for political power. You trying to go for getting in that ass. She's going for power. So long as she can keep you fastened on that ass cheek, she got your black ass.
That's right.
But men like MOT and Nagon and I, we trying to tell you, fuck that goddamn bedroom coochie. That's all she can offer you. Go for the power. Then at that power position you stand at, if you don't like the way she talking, you say, get the fuck out of my place. Get the fuck out of my car. Check, please. Leave this bitch and go. I promise you. You think I'm sweating me going to Avengers Endgame by myself without a woman? You think that shit's gonna hurt my ego? Fuck no. I'll sleep just fine. Some men, y'all need to be by yourself for a while. Y'all need to go cold turkey without a bitch. But y'all keep on listening, saying that if you don't have a bitch, you listen. Those dudes who tell you that you ain't a man if you don't got no fucking woman, you need to cut them the fuck off.
You know, a lot of dudes. See, my cousin was that way, and you know, and he got torn out the frame many times behind it. And I remember when I first broke up with the ex, and I was just doing my thing. I was about maybe almost a year without running behind anyone, and I was engaged to another woman. She was in South America. She wanted me to come on down and drop the ring on her and all that. So there was women around, but I stayed away from it. I was looking to rebuild my whole game. A lot of people tell you that when you're not around a woman that you gay or there's something wrong. See, these are the kind of things they tell you because these guys, most people are not comfortable with themselves. They think they need this succubus around them to complete them when the only thing they're doing is just literally taking you down. I find the more property I'm acquiring right now, the more hate I get. And why is that? Well, why is that? There's reasons for this. And these females, if they feel that they can't control you when you're making your own moves, they then, many of them then dislike you because they understand the fact that you're not playing their game. They're looking out for themselves. They're not looking out for you. I know a brother right now. He's on YouTube here right now. Sharp brother, doing this thing. Got a succubus who got a baby, got a young kid trying to hook up with him, and he's sitting there just he keeps curbing it. And we talk about it, but he keeps curbing her. But she's trying to run a real powerful game on him. She sees what he's about. She sees about his money. She sees about doing his business. See that he's got his own kid that he's taking care of, and doing the right things. And she's thinking about herself. She's looking at what he can offer, but she's thinking about herself. She's not really thinking about him. And she sees this, even though he's a brother, he wouldn't call himself a super red pill guy, and he's running around a big tower or anything like that. Nothing of the sort. But he sees what's going on. And smart brothers who are about their shit will see this. They'll sense this. You don't have to be about any kind of red pill game or anything. You just start seeing things for what it is. Well, that's red pill, but still, he's looking at things for what it is. And I just see, but he's about his business. He's about his game. And that's what I'm saying about brothers. Be about your shit, because you will automatically just start to curb a lot of the. You'll just get a sense for the bullshit that's coming at you. And that's really all we're really trying to talk about here. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in the fuckery. Please don't. It's out here in very large numbers. And if you're not thinking, you finish. And that's the name of the game. I think a lot of us just are not thinking this way. And you think you need this succubus when you don't. In fact, when you really are about your shit and you're about getting your game right, you will find this succubus, I don't care how good she looks, is beneath you. It's beneath you in so many ways. They're not worth your time. And it's too bad that many of us just don't see that. This brother who's perforated, shitting out of a bag right now, which is a terrible, terrible thing. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But it's the price he had to pay to see a little bit of what he's dealing with. That's a horrible price to pay. I don't want any brother to pay that price. I don't want to see that happen to anybody. Some of us will not survive it. But this is too high of a price. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Best building yourself. Not worth losing your shit behind these people. It's not worth it. It's not. Brothers have to see that. Value yourselves more. Put critical value on yourself, on your education, on your business, on your health, your mindset. These are the critical things that are most important right now. Because you ain't no good to anybody else if your shit ain't tops. That's the reality. If you want to be very real about it, be real to yourself. Build yourself. No, please. This succubus is a destroyer.
Just saying.
Wow.
Fucking Negro Galactus, man. Like, niggas can't even see that shit, man. For some reason, they don't see that shit. I mean, they don't want to see it for some reason, man. And, like, dude, I talk to, like, the aftermath of this shit, which is the goddamn kids. And the motherfuckers just don't even realize, man, like, hey, man, like, if I have this conversation with you, you're going to be a very different guy afterwards. I'd rather just you concentrate on your schoolwork and shit. Like, no, I really want to know what happened. I'm like, dude, there's no way you can be able to handle the information I could tell you as a 15-year-old about where the fuck you at right now. I had to tell it to children, man. children who I know, if they knew that shit, do them fucking knife their mother in their goddamn sleep.
You know what I say? You bring up a wonderful point, but you know what? You know what I believe? Let them know. Drop it on by 15. They're old enough to start to understand some of this. A lot of these 15-year-old kids right now are trying to grab. Some of these kids you see out now, they're trying to emancipate themselves from this bitch. A lot of these young boys trying to emancipate themselves now. They're trying to do that. Drop it on them. They ready for it. People think they ain't ready for it. They are ready for it. Dropping it. These 12-year-olds are ready for a lot of this. I'm sorry. Many cultures, African culture, European culture, and so forth, all in many other areas, you become a man at 12 years of age. Okay, tribal, and that goes literally from the Caucasoid to the Negro, across the board. Okay, that is almost universal. We see that in so many cultures around the world. You become a man at 12. I believe they're ready at this age. I don't think they're wrong about that. How did humanity come up with at 12 years old? You're a fucking man. I believe you start seeing things as a man at around that age. 12 years old. Drop it on when they fucking 12. That's what I believe, because it's about time. We got to turn this shit around. I'm looking at some of this stuff right here, and yeah, it does make me angry. It does. Seeing about this brother here perforated. I mean, that shit got me tight. I'm tight because I don't like hearing about that shit. It's going on too much, and it's time to end it down. Like Joe says, we gonna take some gasoline, we gonna pour it on this motherfucker and burn it the fuck down. You goddamn right. It's exactly what's gotta happen. It's exactly what's gotta happen.
Look at people who are suspect who want to rebuild this shit without correcting the goddamn problem in the first place. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, well, maybe if we just everybody keep their mouth closed and just correct the problem, the shit will happen. I'm like, yep, that's a dude who we're gonna have to throw off the fucking ship. Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
BMT.
Get close to the fucking edge. Yeah.
BMT.
Yes, what's up?
BMT. Why do you say we got to pour gas on this and burn this motherfucker down? Why? Break that down one more time.
The reason why you got to listen. The only way you can fix a situation, you have to burn it down and sanitize the area. It is the only way possible. I told y'all this on the Prophet of Thought. I told y'all this on Man of Tomorrow. Told y'all I don't change for nothing on any platform. I told y'all if y'all gave me a chance in 1 week and gave me enough of a kerosene truck, I will just burn down the hood for y'all. We would have to go into goddamn camps and rebuild, but it will be the way we want to see. Now, y'all say, BMT, you're crazy. Sometimes those types of people get results. Because I want you to understand that this woman, she sanitized the community to kick your black ass out. She did. She got the white man to run. Huh?
Damn.
We gotta go there now. I told y'all in the congregation, so we're gonna preach.
Damn.
She sanitized. She got the white man to throw y'all in the paddy truck, run y'all out the home, and then after that, she told the boys, "Daddy left. Daddy walked out. Daddy ain't shit. Daddy so dope." Then after that, the boys who wanted to say, maybe I should go find him, your father ain't shit. Now, we ain't gonna say that there are some brothers who did leave, but they're like, I can't control this bitch no more. I can't. So what happened is, after a while, you start to realize that, yo, she's not for me. She don't give a fuck about me. She rather see me dead. Now, we gonna say, I know some people gonna play, that ain't me. Well, if it ain't you, then shut the hell up. We know it ain't you. But we also understand that, guess what? These women are having influence. These women are making sure that the black man's voice is silenced. I told you, if they can control your narrative, they will have no problem doing that. A lot of you black men, I told y'all in the last documentary, notice they're going for stuff. They're a mayor now. South Fulton County, Georgia. They have the whole judicial branch. Chicago, they are a mayor. In a lot of Congress, they have black women giving off black feminism talking points. You black men keep on sleeping on this black bitch and keep on seeing where you are going. Now I'm hearing this Nipsey Hussle bullshit challenge where they're telling black men who are out of the motherfucking community who said, I made it out. Hey, Nipsey Hussle was back. You can go back too. And you can make it. I'm like, hold up, nigga. They done tried to crucify me with Jesus on that fucking cross. Now you telling me to go back to Black Conda, the same shit that don't give a fuck about me or my opinion and wanted me out goddamn 60 years ago. Now you want me to go back and go fix this bitch's kingdom? Hold the fuck up. This goddamn ghetto bitch ass system was never even made for my black ass. So why would I go back and fix a broken car with the goddamn broken engine block? Do y'all not understand the frugality? They done took their black Jesus. You think they're gonna have a problem smoking your ass? You can't, you minute to gone or minute tomorrow or me go there and start articulating ourselves. They freak out over you just using vernacular English. Have you not watched the Boondocks? Have you not understand nigga logic? Nigga logic is nigga logic. It's not supposed to make fucking sense.
Oh shit.
You saw how they took it for Cardi B when she openly said, I have no problem drugging and raping black men.
Oh shit.
So when you have a woman who can openly say that about you and you got black men who will defend this bitch, let you know this is the battle you are going into. You want to save that kingdom, by all means. When you die off, I will gladly go to the front of the congregation and kick your coffin over and say, there he lies, the dumb bitch that tried to save that other bitch. May he not rest in peace.
Damn.
So, y'all
may he not rest in peace. Damn.
I mean, but you have to understand, man, like, people don't get how deep this shit is. Any community that you rebuild is going to be called the motherfucking matriarch. You just told her that everything that she did was right because she got verification that her path was right at the end of the day. By you walking in and saving her ass from all this shit that was 100% a choice. And this is why I always look at, say, the community niggas. I'm talking about the one without actual skills and abilities, not the one with skills and ability, because those are community motherfuckers. Like people who I work with who are doctors, nurses, church people, like good church people, not bullshit church people. And they want to go down there and they actually want to help, but there's no way to make these people stop doing shit that's counterproductive. Because at this point, it's becoming counterproductive. Well, you can't stop these people from doing something that they know is wrong. I'm like, dude, listen, why don't we focus on the straight A student in your household rather than dividing that time between 4 fuck babies who ain't gonna be shit? Like, we don't need a whole lot of people to clear the fucking ground. It's just that we don't want to concentrate on those people. We want to concentrate on the bullshit Nipsey Hussle type niggas. Because here's the thing, man. Nipsey Hussle, daytime gangster, nighttime rich guy, tried to fucking check a reptile within his environment, not understanding that he's not a reptile himself. Not really. And that's what happened to your motherfucking ass. No security, no nothing.
That huge point. That's huge. That's huge. You know, a lot of these guys, they didn't realize what their real position is.
He complete.
I mean, no, you're making a really big point right here, and I got that's a very the key. What this brother's here saying is, listen, if you are a guy who's coming in to be kind of a spokesman, somewhat of a statesman in your community now. You're coming in, you're being a diplomat. You can't come in there playing like you still, part of that gang shit and you a gang rapper. They're not going to respect you like that, and they're going to try to take your ass out. You got to understand the role you're playing. There's a different role here now that a brother like him had to play. He didn't understand his role, and he played wrong. And then he came in to try to check a reptile. Here he is, check. Here is a spokesman. Here is a diplomat, if you will. A peacemaker, if you will, trying to check a reptile. And this is what this reptile does. I mean, that wasn't his role. That wasn't his role. Very big piece, man. A lot of cats understand. That's why, going back to this community and dealing with a lot of these savages, you got to have many proxies to come out and play this game. Somebody else should have been checking that dude. Somebody else from his crew who had the street cred. He should have been moving with layers around him, but he just didn't understand what he was dealing with. It's sad to see it at that level. But anyway, go ahead. That's a great point, MOT. That's huge. That's huge right there. That's huge. Huge.
I mean, your job as Nipsey Hussle is to have as many people come to your store as possible to buy your shit. Not try to check your fucking customers, your would-be customers. Dude, listen, if that dude had those type of fucking problems, guess what? That's some shit you should just keep to your motherfucking self sometimes, man. Like, you don't let go privileged information out in public. Because when you do, that type of shit happens, man. It happens all the time with undercover police officers. It happened every time with undercover FBI agents. It happened all the time with CIA motherfuckers. You forget where the fuck you are for 1 second and you say something fucking out of fucking line and your ass ain't got the protection to get out of that shit, you can die.
You're gone. You're gone.
And now everybody's talking about how you an ex-wife. Dude, you put yourself in that situation. And I don't want nobody else to be in that situation. Dude, listen, you got to learn how to move in those environments. I know how to move in those environments. When I go back to the house, hey, I go out, I lay a case of fucking beer out. I don't talk about myself. I don't talk about what the fuck I'm doing. I listen to these fucking reptiles. I solve some problems, but not all, and I'm out. I don't try to criticize nobody. Because one thing you don't want to do to a fucking reptile is make him self-reflect on the fact that he is a goddamn reptile and he ain't shit. That nigga can't take that fucking reflection in the mirror. And you fucking know that. He can't take that shit. So when you go down there, not realizing the power of your words and the power of your circumstances, you can fucking die over that shit. And this is what everybody who's talked about this shit has intentionally fucking missed because they want you to, because Nipsey Hussle was the type of motherfucker that they liked. Any motherfucker who posts some RIP shit on Nipsey Hussle, they couldn't tell me the top 24 black boys in their fucking neighborhood that they need to be concentrating on to keep it straight. None of these motherfuckers did that shit. But RIP to this type of nigga. Like, that's the thing, man. This gang culture shit has flipped the black community on its head. We're not talking white supremacists here. We're not talking about the KKK. We're not talking about COINTELPRO and none of this shit. We talk about what gang culture.
A Klansman.
Done. Yes.
A Klansman, a white supremacist. None of these niggas, none of them can't be shot this dude.
No. And the other point is that people don't understand that you only have one life, man. I guarantee you, if you could have showed that dude the future 4 hours in his future before he said that shit, I guarantee you, he was like, hey, man, my life is worth way more than that shit. Fuck that dude. He ain't even that fucking much worth it. But we don't teach black men to fucking think like that because we want the woman to get over and we want the woman to win, which is another situation with this woman. You know what I'm saying? People trying to get at her and all that kind of shit. But she's going to revert back to her baseline point, man. And it doesn't matter how you try to remedy this shit. It's going to have the same fucking effect every damn time. I'm just trying to let brothers know, man. When I go down there, I'm going down there with a team of motherfuckers. So that way, you step out of fucking line. Because reptiles need to see consequences right away. You can't make them guess about consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a lion, if you show up with a pack of lions, that gazelle ain't gonna fucking come up and punch you in the fucking mouth.
Ain't even going to think. In fact, they're going to be in check. They're going to operate properly.
Yeah.
They're going to operate.
Because that's what the circumstance is, man. Like, he probably went down there a couple times without his bodyguard. Couple hours, and bodyguard like, hey man, you got everything in check, and all of a sudden he's not showing up. And you step out of line, you do some dumbass shit, and that's the day that dude should have been there. But if that
It,
dude was armed with police or security for this, that dude never would have came back. He never would have thought to try you like that.
no,
Never
because
would.
they understand that there were consequences. I knew of a guy here in New York some years ago. He was dealing with a gang. He was this guy was actually he was putting money out on the street. He's putting money out on the street. You know, doing his loan sharking game, which I think loan sharking is ridiculous, and there are high consequences for that. But you got some niggas out here, you can't tell them shit. But anyway, he's loan sharking out here. Put some money out, and put some money out to a crew. Let's just say that. And these guys kind of didn't want to pay him back, and it wasn't no big money, about 40 grand. But they didn't want to pay him back, so he goes down there by himself. Listen to me, MOT. He goes there by himself to talk shit, to collect his money from these guys, because these guys just don't own his dough. And they don't want to pay up on the VIG that they own and nothing else like that. He goes in there and, fam, he disappeared. They found pieces of him in the fucking river, man. A couple of weeks later. But at the end of the day, and then they found the guys and they all got busted out. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you gonna go over here talk to these reptilian motherfuckers and you by yourself, and you lend out money? Why didn't you go there with 10 deep? 10 deep, they probably would have paid you right there. What are you doing? That's what Negroes don't understand. I mean, it's crazy shit out here. It's just crazy shit. Who put themselves in these positions do actually put themselves in these wild positions, And like I said, I move as a team. I never move alone. That's just
But people don't understand, man. That shutting the fuck up is free.
Yeah,
shutting the fuck up is goddamn free. If he would not have said shit, he would have been alive.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. But like I said, he didn't understand. He didn't understand the role he was playing. He just didn't see it. I mean, that's what you will bring up that point before. Very big. I just want to expound on that a little bit, because guys got to understand this. They understand where they are, and that's the same with this hoe.
Like Snoop Dogg, Celebu Crib. Okay, Nipsey Hussle, Celebu Crib. One thing you don't want to do, because you're already mocking their life experience to their face. One thing you don't want to do is go back to that environment and try to check a motherfucker like you somebody big out there in this environment. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, and it's insane. And you should never do that. If you're gonna help some motherfucker, help them. But you gotta make sure that you got that mouth on holster lock. Because you can say something to the wrong fucking person at the wrong fucking time when they're in the wrong state of mind, and they're gonna do some shit that you never even thought that they was gonna do. And you gotta be smart enough to understand that. But a lot of people think that I'm from here, I'm above that. Nah, dude, you're not above that. Some motherfucker with a goddamn weapon could change your entire life
in a heartbeat.
And it ended it for you. And all the shit that you was trying to do, it don't mean nothing. Why? Try to check a reptile in this environment. When your goals were way bigger than that. You know your goals are way bigger than
that. And folks are shocked when his bitches out there entertaining all kind of niggas now. Niggas are surprised about that. Niggas are shocked about how his bitch out there on the phone now getting rolled up by the niggas. They shocked. Niggas are surprised.
They want to ignore the history, man. They want to ignore
man, it's too much. It's too much out here.
It's like I'm gonna say this, and then I'm done. Because like I said, one of y'all problems, brothers, y'all keep on trying to get validation. Y'all stop trying to get validation from this woman. Stop trying to get validation from her vanguard. Stop trying to get validation from that community. Stop. Y'all understand. I can go on these panels and give them all the facts and still watch people get triggered. because they do not want. Listen, they would rather believe in conspiracy theories of Illuminati bullets that can ricochet around fucking goddamn cameras and all kind of shit, rather than just hear that, yo, a nigga literally just killed his own. Now that would be more of something that y'all would most likely see on the 12 o'clock news, but it was what it was. And the fact about it that a lot of y'all need to understand, man, is that you are not seen as somebody they want to see win. You're not. You're always going to be that bubonic plague. They say they want a strong black man who is doing right by himself, doing everything he can for himself. Now hold up, you want all that, but now I literally just saw a man outside of the community. Listen, I had to find mine outside of the community. Literally, if she just told me that she go hang about a bunch of niggas, I would have dumped her ass right then and there. But see, y'all gotta understand, y'all keep on trying to validate, look for seek approval, actually be understood. All that good old cute shit. These people don't give a damn about. Go ahead, guys. Yeah.
I'll say this very quickly. Validate yourselves. Get into validate yourselves first. Validate yourself. Get that going. Get that right. Get your mind right. Get your money right. Yeah. Get your body right. Get your crew right. Forget this bitch out the way. Get this right. Validate yourself. That's the most important thing you have to understand. Validate yourselves. Get yourselves valid. Really, and it takes work. I had a mentor years ago, a guy named Ron Suster, good brother. Let me tell you something, Carl. Let me tell you something. It's a bitch to beat a joint out here. It's hard to beat a joint. You got to work at that. Validate yourself. You want to be the joint. You want to be that's an old term. He the joint. You want to be the joint out here. You want to be the bomb. However you want to play. It takes work. Put some time into yourself. Develop yourself. Takes time. To really do that. So somebody who said this? One of y'all said, guys who are making incremental moves every day, they're gonna get far ahead of those that are not making it. Oh yeah. Over time. There's not a truer statement that can be made. That's just where you're at. That's where you're at in this. That you can't get around that. That's bottom line. Bottom line shit. Validate yourself. This is where I'm. This is what I got. Validate yourselves first. Truly do that. Be about that. Be about that life. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just that, dude. You're never gonna get anywhere looking for this stuff in the external. You're never going to. How would you know that you don't even need this shit if you can't even do without it for 5 minutes? How can you see the true value of it? How could you possibly see the true value of this stuff? And like man, I tell people all the time, man, like, look, it starts small, but your small steps, then you're gonna be at the end of that road. Then you're gonna be at the end of that road. But it's just that you're just gonna have to keep going with it. And there's nothing wrong with saying, man, you know what? Sometimes the best move is not to make a move until you have enough information on what you want to do. There's a lot of people who are not gonna let you let that shit go, man. Because the main reason why most of these motherfuckers want you trapped with these hoes is because they're not over them hoes themselves, man. They're not. And they need you to be beneath them
Oh shit.
to make that
Oh
shit work,
shit.
to
Oh
validate their
shit.
own choices in life. They
Oh
need you
shit.
as a fucking apprentice,
Oh
climbing up mass
shit.
humiliation.
Man,
They're
that
not
hurt.
on top.
That hurt. God damn it. Oh, that
They're
hurt.
on the
That
auto
hurt.
summit.
Oh
Because
shit.
once you climb up Mount, bitch, I need your respect, dude. There ain't nothing but another set of fucking stairs for you. It's never
Mm,
over.
mm,
Never
mm,
over. Because,
mm,
dude,
mm,
I'm telling you. Because as quickly as that woman walked in your life, she walks out of your life.
mm, mm.
Because you ain't secure with yourself. Now you have to go up this mountain again trying to receive validation again from another person who you never should have started from in the first beginning. This is a never-ending goal, dude. You can be 25, you can be 70. If you're on the wrong fucking path, you're gonna look the same, no matter how old you are. Validation is the internal thing, and black men need to understand that you need to find it internally. Because here's the thing: if the women were worth so much and they didn't need your ass so much, there would be documented proof of that. But there isn't, for a reason. The reason why is they can't survive without you. They can't survive without you. But rather than cooperate, they rather congregate and do some fuck shit. But you just got to be smarter than that, man. Smarter than that. And it's not hard. You got to learn that, dude. If you could be comfortable with going inside the house, it could be 100% quiet, and you ain't trying to pick up the phone to get in contact with no motherfucker for no fucking reason, that's when you know you fucking made it. That's when you know you fucking made it. But a lot of people look at that shit as, man, I can't possibly do that because I got XYZ 200,000 thing to fucking focus on. I'm like, dude, listen. They want you focused on that for a fucking reason. The reason why they want you focused on that is because they know it's the wrong fucking thing for you. But see, you got to know this up front. You got to know this in advance. Nobody teaches you that. Dude, nobody taught me this shit. Nobody taught me this shit. I had to learn this shit all on my fucking own. I had to learn it all on my own, man. Yeah, man. I had older brothers and shit, but I don't even think they even knew it till way later in life. Because, you know, when you grow up around the same shit, you know, there's really no way you can pretty much figure this shit out. But it's a new day, man. It's a new day, and we need to be honest about what we go through. So that way we can stop going through it. I'm telling you, man, when I met those brothers, the 7 dudes who I had like the greatest Christmas and Thanksgiving with 20 something years ago, we thought we were all fucked in the game because, you know, we were all cops and we couldn't fucking get the days off. And they was like, look, well, you're going to work Thanksgiving these days, and you're going to work Christmas these days, and you're going to work New Year these days. Dude, I've never had more fun in my entire life with absolute fucking strangers. And that was the best fucking time I've ever had in my fucking life. But I never would have known it if I wouldn't have put in that fucking situation. And we made the best of that shit. You gotta make the best of your fucking situation, man. You're gonna go from getting those bad hands that you could just throw in poker to getting them pocket fucking rockets and having the trip aces on the fucking flop. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. You think a lawyer, a doctor, or accountant is fucking making it out there? When they first fucking start off, them 6, 7, 8, 9 years in fucking school, broke as fuck, being a fucking waiter somewhere or waitress somewhere. You think they start off at the top? But once they get there, like 26 to 28, the motherfuckers are set for life. For life. And that's what you need to do, man. Set yourself up for life. So that way you don't need these motherfuckers out here, man. Because as long as you're looking for the external to solve things that you should be solving internal, you're always going to fucking lose, man. Because guess what? The family court system is just waiting on your motherfucking ass. And it got the same fucking results no matter how sweet your mouthpiece is or any of that dumbass shit. They're going to look at your ass the same. No matter how much you pay for this fucking attorney, as soon as you walk your dumb ass into that fucking courtroom, you're done.
And that motherfucker's got long, sharp, nasty teeth. A flesh-tearing bitch. And that's what that shit is all about. You going to spend some money. You going to spend some dough. It's going to tear you out. I've been there. I understand what it's about. So there's a whole lot of truth to that, and you ain't ever going back. Some real deal shit. Real deal shit being talked to. Real deal shit got spit up in here today. I don't know. I know a lot of cats, man. I want to hear some of this, but this is some real deal shit. You know, like I said, I'm not saying this, you got to be afraid of women and all that. No, we ain't saying that, man. We ain't talk about that at all. You know, no female nature, have no fear. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of these women, but just understand where you are. Understand where your place is. Understand what's going on. Be situationally aware. Just understand where you at. Don't and look at it for what it is as opposed to what you want it to be. You know, because reality is, you know, I know people say reality is to who you know is in the eye of the beholder, but nah, there's certain hardcore realities out here that are just it. You fall from a building 100 feet and hit the ground, you die. That's just how that is. That's reality. I don't give a fuck where you at. So you better you better understand. You don't want to take that fall. You want to take that drop. You know, you got to be aware of where you're at all times. You know, that's just how that goes. And we want brothers to be really on top of that. And being on top of your game is really being situationally aware, really being on top of your game, validating yourselves, really working at that, working at the brothers who are down with you in this, and avoiding these horrible, horrific, terrifically savage traps that are out here, and saving this hoe. Saving this hoe is that's one of the first things you want to avoid. That's one of the first things you want to avoid. Boy, that is guaranteed to take a chunk out of your ass. Guaranteed. Joe, am I right about that? BMT, am I right? Am I on the money on that, or am I wrong?
We're on it. No, you're on it, Deacon. You're
Let
very
me
much
know.
on it. No, you're on it. Like I said, we're not going to beat a dead horse because you know it's time. We've done spread the gospel of the congregation. We do appreciate all those who have come. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, BMT, along with the Bishop, MOT. And you're also here with the first time, the Deacon, Negro. I told y'all the congregation is a haven for black men. You already know of our Facebook page, where you black men, which we screen very seriously. MOT, could you please break down the rules of the congregation in the screening process? Because I'm getting tired of repeating myself, and it might take it serious if you say it.
Okay. Um, the Black Men's Congregation Facebook page. You have to have a picture on your page that actually shows that you are a black man. I understand that you're a white guy. You could be going through the same fucking bullshit that everybody else is going through. But we need to save the sanctity of what the page is about. It's nothing personal or anything like that. It's just that that's what we're trying to do here. And women, it says black men only. I don't know why women keep trying to join the fucking page, man. Every time I have to fucking like go like Super Saiyan on some woman in the goddamn
I know why.
personal messages. Because she don't want to be left behind. I'm like,
Yeah,
you
and she
don't
wants
get,
to know everything that you're doing. She wants to know everything that you're doing.
like no. Black men getting together? What's going on? I'm not involved. What the fuck you doing? And it's like, Miss, listen. It says it. Like, I don't go join some shit that would say white men only. I wouldn't join some shit that say gay men only. Why? Because I'm not fucking concerned with what they're talking about. People get to be able to freely associate. Part of the goddamn Constitution. It's not illegal to be a white supremacist. Why? You're able to freely assemble. That's the only thing that we're doing here. Freely assembling within the group of people who we are. You know me, I'm not on that racist fucking bullshit or any of that dumb shit. But the group have a very specific point. And that's all we're trying to protect, is the integrity of what we're trying to do here.
We're not in there talking about any women. We're
No,
not
we're
in
not.
there talking about.
We don't
Yeah,
even give a fuck.
I promise you. See, that's the thing about it. Y'all want to know what's going on inside the congregation. But I can promise, we can assure you from the two founders, we literally do not even we don't bring up women. We don't really have no care to. Literally, if we see brothers trying to bring up posts about women, we shut that shit down because we're not this. You want to talk about business, you want to talk about things, politics, and different stuff that us as men want to be aware of. If you want consultation, you can literally actually message me and MOT. Literally, there are so many different black men YouTuber and content creators in there that literally sit in the congregation. You literally have access to a whole plethora of information at your fingertips for free. For free. There is no other Facebook group. Me and MOT have checked. We have literally checked around. There is no other congregation. If somebody were to do that, we would gladly shut them down. Say, yo, change your fucking name. You're not the congregation. You do not do the same thing we do. That's how serious we take this. So understand this. People want to know what we're doing. The brothers who do participate in the congregation have gotten success rates by talking to us and actually getting a consultation. We focus on the one thing that matters. Us and only us. I do not give a shit what is going on in Black Honda. Black Honda can go rock for all I give a shit. It is not my job. My job is to make sure that me and my fellow brethren who have like-minded doggone goals, mind you, I said goals, are doing what the fuck we need to be doing. So y'all stop trying to get in the congregation with those pictures. Understand, some of y'all will sit at the fucking front doors. I don't give a shit. Me and MOT talk about it. Please do not try to join the congregation with multiple Facebook groups or multiple Facebook profiles. That is one of MOT's pet peeves. I'm letting you know right now.
You know, you'll be removed from the group immediately. You don't get to add nobody to the fucking group.
Like I said, if listen, you can't have more than one profile. Y'all cannot do that because you can't. That means if we get rid of one of your profiles, I mean, we got to go. Then you kicked out. Now we got you with damn 4 more profiles. And yes, there are a few of y'all who have like four or five profiles. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn, BMT, they rolling like that, fam?
Listen, a lot of these brothers and a lot of these people on Facebook got a lot of free time. I got found out two of the people in the group were women. They were women. They just had fake. Listen, we do look at your face. Listen, you'd be surprised. MOT has free time to look at y'all Facebook profiles. If he calls me and says remove, we don't question each other. If I say remove, he does it. If he says remove, I do it. We are very protective of our baby. So believe that. This is for us.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised this is going on. I'm not. It's just fun. It's just fun. Okay. Woo.
So we'll see you guys later, man. Y'all other people who try to get in the congregation,
for coming out.
Get the fuck out. So thank y'all guys for coming out to the congregation. Also making an announcement that me and MOT have talked about. We will be bringing guests on to the congregation. Is that correct, MOT? That we will be bringing on guests? Okay, so we'll be bringing on guest speakers for the congregation to have talks. So that way we can also have some insight. It probably will bring on some new insight and also give you guys something to actually look into and talk about from different talking points of things that we as men need to focus on. Okay, so
shout out to him for coming out, man. You know, y'all subscribe to his YouTube page. You know, he's a good brother, older brother. I always break it down on the same level that we're on, man, and that's where we're at, man.
Right.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right, guys. Anything you want to say in the going before we go in like 2 more minutes?
I just gotta say this was fire. I mean, just a lot of just hardcore facts of life. You know, just getting dropped, And that's what I'm about. I think, you know, I'm about brothers. You know, brothers first. Let's really talk about that. Let's really talk about getting our minds right. Very important. I said some of the things I'm seeing, I'm not liking, but I definitely like seeing what's going on here, and you know, I happen to be aware of MOT and BMT pretty, you know, these brothers pretty well. These cats are no joke, and that's it. You know, great stuff. You know, hardcore, real hardcore stuff being dropped here. This is what we got to deal with.
All right, guys. With that being said, we out. See you
Thanks
guys
much, Mr.
later.
Michael.
Good luck through the
Peace.
week. And if you want to contact us, join the congregation, hit us up in our inboxes, and we can sit down and do consultation with y'all in the messenger. All right. We'll see you guys later. And if you have any questions or emails that you want us to go through, look down in the description below, the emails for BMT as well as MOT. And we have done shows on the weekday at nighttime for you guys answering your questions. Just like the guy who had his mother steal $30,000 out of his bank account. We do cover a lot of shows and topics. So just think about that. We will answer your questions if it's on finance or anything, housing, gardening, women. Well, we don't really give a shit too much about answering the women question about dating. Please do not ask us. We do not give a shit about dating. So, yeah, MOT does not like dating. They talk about dating advice. He'll tell you to go ask a dating coach or go fuck yourself. Just trying to let you know. So, all right, guys. See you guys later. Peace.